Okay, so I wanted to talk to you right now about trade, and I'm going to be very specific. It is trade in hard times. Trade in hard times means people are going to be hungry and that's why they are trading. Or there is a problem and people are trading out of necessity. They are not trading because they belong to a group that doesn't really need money, or they just don't want to spend any money, or they just think it's okay to do that because they have something that they don't want or whatever. Hell no. It's different, okay? It's different because the mindset of the person is not going to be in about, something, I want to get something that I want. Hell no. In that particular setting, most people are going to be like, I want to get things for my family and things for eating. Okay? That's going to be the priority. Or medicine, or maybe some detergents, but not even detergents are going to make it into the list of trading. So before I continue, I wanted to remind you that down below is my email in case that you want to help me out by sending an Amazon gift card. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that one. So let me continue by saying this. People are thinking that they can take, can openers and then they can trade them. Hell no. Here's why. Let's say that you are hungry, okay? And you have, rice. And then somebody comes to you and say, I will trade you that rice for this can opener. And then you're kind of like, no, I can use a knife to open my cans. See, I don't need a can opener. And then you are thinking, hey, but a knife can hurt you or whatever. And then the person is thinking the opposite. The person is thinking, I'm hungry and I don't care. So you are not going to be able to make them change their mind. Same thing will happen with singles of coffee creamers or whatever. Those are good for when you're making a bribe or for when you are helping someone out, or when you just want to establish a relationship with someone, or when you're returning a small favor or whatever. Okay? Kind of like, let's say that you need to go ahead into the line. So you give bribes to the security guard on the front so that, they can say something like you were there before or whatever. That's how you can trade these things. The singles. I'm talking about, single coffee creamers, single coffees, single things for making a drink and stuff like that. Those are going to be valuable in those situations, but they will not be valuable for trading. Here's why. You are hungry again, and you have 1 kilo of rice versus 1 coffee creamer. And it's a single. So what do you think is going to happen? Yes, they will keep the rice and they're not going to trade it with you for that. So, and another thing that you need to consider is that most people are really going to be looking for 3 things when bad things happen. And I do mean 3 things. Water, obviously. That one, oh hell, you really can trade it for a lot of things or whatever, but that's another story. I have already talked to you about water in over 10 videos. So if you want to know about water and how you can get it in the city and all the disasters that are related to the freaking, water element, oh hell, then you gotta watch those videos. So, whatever. Point being that, people are going to be looking for water. Secondly, most men are going to go crazy trying to figure out how the hell to keep the wife and the kids with their sanity in place. Let me explain this. You know how men are usually kind of like, alone or in their work or whatever? Yeah, usually, they don't have a lot of people fighting with them, right? But now you're stuck with your family. And the teens, the kids, and the wife are going to be yelling at you, saying stuff that is very important, like, what the hell? Meaning, they're going to be saying, it's hot, so you need fans and stuff like that. The bugs are biting me and there is nothing, I can do about it. Yeah. So basically, you forgot that comfort in your family means everything, especially during stress times. So if you're going to trade, oh hell, people will trade you packages of food and stuff like that for small things that will make their life, good. Like something to kill the mosquitoes, or something to keep you cool, like air conditioners, fans, generators and stuff like that. Those are going to be like high on the list. Why? Because that way men are going to be able to continue their work or whatever without having their families on their back saying, what the hell? So you need to consider that, and especially when you're planning. Because you see, most men think, yeah, we need food and, we can go camping or whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you live with your kids, the small kids that are going to be yelling that they need their toys, they need their food, and they need their warmth, and they need whatever, and with the teens, have you ever tried talking to a teenage girl about you sending her to camping when all of her friends are probably enjoying a beach party? Yeah, good luck with that one. So hell no. Your kids might love camping, but under extreme circumstances you needed to go glamping, especially with women that have no idea how the hell to handle a rough life, because it is not easy. So you need to think about normalcy. And the way that you continue your normalcy is kind of like climate control of some sort and mosquito and animal things, like something to kill the cockroaches, something to get rid of the ants that are taking away your small everything, whatever. So the point is that you need to think that if you're not used to these things, having to get used to them in a period of hours is going to be a fall that can take a very huge toll in your sanity. So when that happens, you will trade a lot of things for that, even if it means not getting entirely of your food for tomorrow, because all you're thinking, most people are going to be thinking, that this is temporary. So you are thinking, okay, I just need food for maybe a week or two. After that things will be back to normal, and they might, to a certain point. So what you want is just to get through these 2 weeks, of you thinking that all of this is a mess, as smooth as possible. So that is going to be your second thing. That is why you want to, pitch into this trading thing at that point. Now, number 3 is, I have told you before, medicines for medicines. So you really, really, really want to take into your first aid kit or whatever, pill cutters, because you're going to find medicines that are either too difficult to get or too much. So for example, let's say that you need acetaminophen, and then you need only 300 grams or of that thing, and it comes in a pill that is 600, so you need to cut it. And at this point, I really, 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 really recommend that you read and research and talk to your doctor about grapefruit use and medicines. And then you're like, what? Yes, I'm talking about this because you really need to talk this with your doctor, and then once you do, you will understand why I'm mentioning this. Okay? I'm not going to tell you anything about that because I am not a doctor. But you really need to figure this one out, especially if you are, if you're dependent upon medication and stuff like that. You really need to know about that. Okay? So that's it for today. I hope that this was helpful. So I hope that also there is no time for you to do this trading thing, because I hope that you, whatever it is, your hard times is by choice or whatever, or it's just affecting you, kind of like, okay, I'm in a bad situation, so I'm changing these things for whatever. But if it affects everyone, then you need to consider trading as a skill that you really need to master, and you need to consider trade in another set of eyes, because trading at this point might become like an issue. So, for example, if you're also thinking that you can trade seeds, oh hell no. Seeds, it's something that you cannot trade, because it depends upon the future, and it also depends upon people working the seeds, meaning that you have to, water them, take care of them, or whatever. So if you're thinking about trading seeds, then plant them and then trade the plants when they are small. Because trading a small plant will be easier than trading, seeds. It's not that it doesn't work. I'm just saying to you that, most people are going to be like, yeah, how the hell do I, do that? Or no, it didn't work. And then you can be in trouble, because if the seed doesn't grow, then they're going to blame you, and you can be, in a whole problems or whatever. It's better to trade the plants that are small. And if you want to do that, then you also need a lot of small back containers. Small back containers, kind of like the plants containers, this black thing. If you can't, then what you do is you get a lot of, every time that you buy rice and stuff, you collect those bags and you plant the seeds in them, and then you trade them on that, because, the plastic bag will work, and it's a way for recycling as well. So I hope that you do not have to do this, but, like I said, I hope that at this point you are considering what you will do if you were hungry. And if you were hungry, that is the main point of you trading. You cannot think that everybody is okay and it was a proper like you or whatever, because they are not. They're different. And if you are in a better position because, you're more educated or whatever, then you have to think about the other person that may not have, times or skills like you, or not even your patience, and hell, not even your the level of comfort. Okay? So remember, people are going to be like this: water, comfort, then everything else. Okay? So hope that this was helpful. So thank you very much.